Referee will be Jakob Mueller. As you take a look at the stats here, 4 years younger is Roman Avdalian. Experience factor will go to Max Coga, but the height and reach. You got a long, lanky guy that loves to mix it up, Muay Thai style, but then you see him, we see those height measurements, but then you look at them and they look eye to eye, nose to nose. It doesn't look like there's going to be any big advantage, but watch out for the Muay Thai of Avdalian. If he can get that clinch, he has been able to really cause some problems for his opponents.
And here we go, a touch of gloves, and this fight is underway. And you see Avdalian already in the mix there. Coga driving forward here, looking for the takedown. Avdalian latching onto the neck. Coga really scrambling here, passing the guard.
Well, this is where Coga really shines. This is a guy that is going to game plan, especially for his opponent. And a guy like Avdalian wants to stand. He doesn't want to get down on the ground. And that's exactly what Coga does. They call him Mad Max, so I guess we should be in the Thunderdome, right? Is that where we should be?
We sort of are, Cyrus.
And he is in there in side control and very, very comfortable here is Max Coga. Great crowd behind him here at the GMC. We're a minute in and already Avdalian not a good place.
Beautiful grappling here by Max Coga. You see that left knee underneath the hips there of Avdalian. I personally really like that particular type of control, blocking a lot of the bridging and so forth, and really giving the fighter a lot more control, particularly in mixed martial arts style grappling. Avdalian here really unable to do a whole lot with this pressure.
The German MMA Championship, of course, we talk about these guys so often, and the just the quality of the production and the quality of the fights that they put on, and they got guys that are loyal to them, like a guy like Max Coga, who's grabbing a hold of that foot, Casey. That's not a good place to be. Avdalian is fighting it.
He's going after that heel hook. That's kind of risky, though, because if he misses, he's going to have given up that top position. Avdalian is able to persevere, and now he is on top.
Coga takes a chance. It does not shake out too well for him as we're at the halfway point. Now you got Avdalian or Avdal on top, in control. And we'll see if he can get some offense in. We've seen no offense because he's been tied up the entire fight by Max Coga.
Coga really gunning after this leg submission. You saw him trying for the heel hook, now possibly looking to transition to a knee bar. And Avdalian able to thread it loose, once again, but he is not out of the woods just yet. Coga relentless here.
Max Coga does not like to go to decision. He only knows to finish. That's what he does best here. And Avdalian in a very awkward position here, trying to get his foot untied and trying to free it from Max Coga. Now he goes right into the guard, and I don't necessarily think that's where he needs to be, Casey. I'd like to see him get up to his feet.
Yeah, I agree with you. Avdalian really has been on the defense. Now, that being said, even if you're attacking, it's really hard to win from the bottom unless you catch the submission, So it's really kind of makes the scoring for this first round kind of sketchy, kind of hard to do. And here we go, Avdalian. He appeared to have passed, but just like that, Max Coga regaining that butterfly hook. Coga really moving around, kind of like the Abu Dhabi style of grappling. The leg lock game has been more prevalent here than we've seen in a long time. And here we go, look at this, trying to complete that heel hook. Avdalian just refusing to give in, and now looking to make it a toe hold.
Golly,
that can be
man.
very, very tight.
Well, he's pulling everything out of the books here, and he really is attacking that leg. That's how he wants to win this fight, no bones about it. Avdal is all tied up, and that has to be frustrating for him, man. He's defending well, but it's only a matter of time until Coga gets it right.
Well, I think so, and we talked about it. I mean, why is Avdal not working his way back up to his feet? He's had multiple opportunities to do such, and really he has remained in danger throughout the duration of this first round.
Still tied up, and there you go. We're going to get to the end of the round, and maybe we'll see something out of Avdal in the way of offense. That was all Max Coga. He had them all tied up, and really Coga got a nice gift because Avdal kept sinking right into the guard.
You see it right there from the top. Max Coga sits back looking for that ankle submission, and it was pretty much for the duration of this round. Of course, we saw some great ground and pound there by Avdal, but for the most part, it was Max Coga looking for that leg submission. It's a place where Avdal, even if you don't get submitted, your ankle can get twisted, can get hurt, it can bust your knees, it can cause all sorts of problems because those legs are your wheels, particularly in the standing range.
Very interested to see how Avdal answers in this situation. Is Coga going to give him a chance to get any offense off in that first round? He overwhelmed him within seconds, and he played the game right, and it just won a round very, very decisively, did Max Coga. We'll see if he can keep that momentum here in round number 2. It's GMC. It's the main event of this episode of Fighting Spirit MMA.
And here we go, round number 2.
Show of respect by the fighters. And we are on here in the black and the white. We got Coga in the black and the red of Avdal, and now Avdal trying to get us started here with the right hand, but Coga is the one that answers and lands a right hand and dives right in for the takedown. And he used that perfectly to set it up, Casey, and Avdal has to be feeling some crazy deja vu right now.
Well, he is trying to scramble here and work Max Coga off of his back. But it is 30 seconds into this second round, and we are already back on the ground. But Avdal here able to reverse and get on top. Now, we saw a lot of this in the first round, and now look, you see Coga like tying up that high guard now. We saw him in the butterfly looking for the leg submissions in round number 1. Now it's a different type of jiu-jitsu game entirely. And, thinking about the scoring in that first round, how it went down, Max, he got the takedown there. He stayed on top for a while, and then he surrendered that top position. Avdal did land some ground and pound, and some judges may look at that and say, he may have been somewhat dominant. So you really got to keep that in mind as well.
Sure, but it was just constant attacks, and surely they saw those sub-attacks by Max Coga because Coga was just relentless with it. Avdal is attacking right now, but he has no good angle.
Well, no, and he's got that. He could be caught in a Von Flu if he's not careful because he's got that arm locked in. When you get past, you've got to let go of that guillotine. That puts you in danger, and he taps right there. Von Flu choke submission.
Wow. Well, it's a special night when you get a Von Flu choke finish, Casey. You don't get it very often. A good friend of ours, Ovin St. Preux, he hits it an awful lot. They call it the St. Preux choke. But wow, what a great finish by Max Coga. A decisive victory over Avdal. Well-deserved domination.
Meine Damen und Herren, das Urteil des Kampfgerichts lautet Sieger-Winner nach 1,47 in Runde 2 bei Submission and Tap Out. Aus dem MMA Spirit, Max Coga!
Well, there he is. Mad Max picks up the victory again. And, man, he knows how to bring home the W's here on Fighting Spirit MMA, Casey.
He certainly does. And we'll take a look right here. Beautiful counter. And Coga gets it right back to the ground.
And he locks in the Von Flu choke. Yes. Don't see it very often, but it's always special. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Another awesome episode